Hey everyone, in today's video we're going to be covering specifically how the AI Nanocore works. That will be from a gameplay perspective, what settings are available and what have you. So let's get started, shall we? If we head into our ship's fitting menu and select the Nanocore to get us started. On a side note, it always baffles me as to how long it takes to load this particular screen, but hey ho. Now if we click on the I believe it's called a burger menu on the top left when we're in the Nanocore selection screen, we can head up to this screen here. Now, at this point, I will be assuming that you have either spent your 200 Tesseracts or 500 Aurum in order to upgrade to unlock your AI itself. So on the bottom left corner, we have this little symbol. This is our AI's symbol. And it currently says 75 hours. So if we tap on that, we get the AI Centrum screen where we get to see Yaoshi, I believe the name is. So we've got a few buttons towards the bottom right to work with. Let's just have a quick look up here. This is essentially all of the information as to how the Nanocore's AI works. I'm not going to read all of this out for you. So moving on, at the bottom left where it says 75 hours, that is telling me that I can use the AI Nanocore for a total of 75 hours in total. I can increase by tapping on it the number of available hours by spending the amethyst cones. Now at this point in time I have no intention of spending a bunch of them, so I'll just add one just for demonstration. And we now have 76 hours of the AI Nanocore being able to be activated. So what's next? Let's have a look at the settings menu. Under settings, we have modes, which are high-sec combat encounters, and current system cosmic anomalies. Now for both, or not both, as I have just proven, you can only do with current system scratch that bit. So for current system is in a normal cosmic anomaly. That one's a bit of a mouthful. Basically, you won't leave the system that you're in and it will just keep on clearing cosmic anomaly after cosmic anomaly. I do not believe that it will conduct the specials such as scouts, inquisitors, etc. So you will have to have your eyes on the ball for actually doing those missions. You can, however, set a default warp distance either by clicking the plus and the minus or selecting the number manually the good old-fashioned way. So this particular setting is where your APOC strikers need to be configured properly. That said, as previously mentioned, APOC strikers, they're not going to be the best for the AI because the AI will not activate any specific modes such as siege mode. Is siege mode the right mode? No, it's striker mode. I always get those two confused. So anyway, that is for when you're essentially in nullsec. What about when you're in highsec? You're in one of the highsec islands. So highsec combat encounters. This one will run through all of the combat encounters available to you at that time. It will not, however, conduct the higher difficulty purple encounters unless you have already accepted the mission. If you have accepted a purple encounter, it will try to run them. And you have to be exceptionally careful when that's the case, because those are not typically suitable for running AFK. You can do it in something like, say, a Nestor or an Abaddon because of the inherently higher resistances, but I wouldn't recommend it. So next up, we have jumps. The maximum jumps that your ship is allowed to travel, essentially. If you're in a high-sec island of 2 systems, like I am, you'll want to make sure maximum jumps is 1. If, however, you're based all the way over in Claralam, where everything spawns in the same system, you'll want it to be 0. Otherwise, you might find yourself flying into low-sec space and obviously dying to someone who's going to be pirating. Now, before I leave the screen, I'm going to set the current distance back to 0. And of course, we have the Activate AI button. This button is kind of redundant once you have actually purchased the AI upgrade itself. So that is the AI as you can see it in the fitting screen. Let's have a quick undock, shall we? Just to show roughly how it performs. And this is where we wait for it to undock. So, whilst we're out in space, we shall activate the AI itself, which again is the very same symbol as we saw in the fittings area. And as you just saw, it opened the encounters menu and selected a mission for us to warp to. Now, these missions were already accepted, and notice how it's not particularly efficient. It did not go into here to select the refresh button. This is me having to do this manually. And this is where it pays dividends for you to be loosely aware of the ship. So here we go. You will also notice that at no point will it activate my pulse crystal implant. If you want it to activate the pulse crystal implant, you'll have to press it yourself. Also, there is a delay between it locking, and it will not auto-fire until every single ship has been locked. And there you have it, really. It's as simple as that. I am currently hands-free, although I will be tapping on the screen to activate the pulse crystal implant. And it's as simple as that, really. In a future video, I will be covering the quirks, as it were, of the AI and how to not fall foul of its design flaws if you want to get that full 8 hours worth of AFK ratting. But I'll close the video there. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.